But here we are. So we're going to start off how we always start off. And how do we start off? We start off with an episode of NWA Power, right? So let's just get into the show. Let's get into the show. And hopefully this show will send us up, yeah, to the 35 and get us into being a small company, okay? So that's what I'm hoping for. So the first match, technical masterclass, Jonathan Gresham, he beats Adam Priest with a figure four leg lock. Segment rating 57. Jonathan Gresham is pulling out 70s. Yeah. He's pulling out 70s on NWA Power. We've got to give this man a title. If you want Jonathan Gresham to get a title, you let me know in the chat. Because it's like we got to put a belt on him or something. He's fresh from the loss of he got beat by Shelton Benjamin at the last pay-per-view at Redemption. And yeah, but they've got good chemistry, him and Adam Priest. So maybe this isn't the last time they wrestle. Adam Priest was off his game. And this match, it got off to a strong start. So I'm happy with this. Yeah. 297 people, may I point out, at Skyway Studios. Um, you know, and it's nearly a sellout because the max capacity is 300. So here we are. Next one, awkward bout. Takeshita, of course, because he's fantastic. He beat H. Blanc by pinfall with a javelin kick. Never heard of that. H. Blanc, 39, but Takeshita, 67, with someone he didn't click with. And this is another thing where I'm talking about titles on people. Like, do I want to put titles on people where NWA isn't a priority? Takeshita is a star in A. Wasn't a star yet, but he's a big name in AEW. I don't want him putting things before us, but if he's a workhorse like this, I think eventually the title's got to be on him. I think eventually it has to. But segment rating 58, I'm happy with that. H. Blanc getting better at his gimmick. Konosuke Takeshita getting better at his gimmick. Got the crowd hotter. The crowd is hot and rising right now. So I'm pleased with that. I've got no issues with that. I'm happy with it. So yeah, we are chilling right now. Let's go into the next match. Good rating again. Trevor Lee, um, he decides to strike, and Takeshita is beaten up by Trevor Lee, and 64 rating. They had a great match at Redemption. So at the end of the day, naturally, it makes sense to run it back. You know what I mean? So storyline's advanced. They're gearing up for another match. I think it makes sense. Trevor Lee has come in. He's been really good. And maybe he gets the win over Takeshita. Yeah, when it comes to the pay-per-view. Maybe that happens. Yeah, and then we can have a trilogy because at the end of the day, Takeshita is AW, and if AW offer him an exclusive deal, he's signing it. So the reality is, where we've got Trevor Lee, that's someone we need to push. That's someone that would be with us. 64 rating is fantastic. I love that. So Ronhausen talk about Ron's loss at Redemption. Danhausen says it's messed up how Ace used Big Damo to deny Ron being three-time NWA World Champion. Ron says if he won the belt, he'd be a fighting champion. He says he'd defend it every week to test himself. Ace uses people to hide behind and runs. Colby gives Ron his commiserations. Ron stands up and says he refuses to let his pursuit end like this. He says he's going to go and see Billy. Crowd are white hot. 65 rated. Probably because, I don't know, maybe it was a little bit more serious. Maybe the dialogue. But it's the lowest kind of Ronhausen rating we've had. But yeah, Ron Killings isn't having it. It's like, brother, like we put the work in and I got cheated. It's the same story with Ace Austin. But Ace Austin has been a staple and he's had a long run and I like it. I like it. So let's see where this goes. Crowd's white hot. We had a number one contenders match for the national title. Aramis defeats ACH, Heath, who's on a one-night deal, Ichiban, Don Silva, and Very Morales, who's on a one-night deal. Aramis pinned Heath with a 450 splash. 54 rating. ACH 57, that's really good. Aramis 64, that shows why he should be in a run-in. He 47, not a problem, won that deal. Ichiban 53, John Silver 65, Very Morales 41. I mean, Silver had the best rating, but he couldn't get the national title off no, he couldn't get the TV title off Metalik. So maybe he's got to wait in line now for the national title because Aramis, that's excellent. But then again, Aramis is another one. Got an AEW contract. Who does he put first? You know, so at the moment it's obviously going to be um AEW at the moment. So let's move on to the next segment. Father James Mitchell interrupts King Kota's interview. He congratulates her on her title win, but wonders who's next. He says if she's up for the challenge and ready to defend the belt, there's no better challenger than Max the Impaler. Right? 53 rated. King Kota, she's finally won the belt and she needs a challenger. So this is possibly her first challenger. Max the Impaler coming in because I think she's decent. She's decent in the ring. We could push her. She's got the potential to be pushed. She's already got a good manager. You know, we've got to try and build our own stars instead of just bringing people in. We've been in other promotions and just going like that. But if I can build some of our own, I'm happy to do that. It also helps us money wise because the likes of Colby Carino could sign an exclusive deal for peanuts for a number of years, and that will save us a lot of money if we just build him up instead of spending like the 2,100 that we're spending on Ronda. So Colby Carino defeated Jay Rios, who's on a one night only deal. The match was designed to tell a specific story. So this is a storytelling one. The commentary quality lifted the match, and the color commentary gave the match a boost. So I'm pleased about that. Just thinking, who was on the color commentary? Okay, he's not telling us. But Jay Rios, he was unable to use spinal impact moves, so that's obviously affected him, his performance. So 42. I mean, he's 40 years old, but is that someone that we could possibly use going forward? Um, you know, he's on $40 a show, so I don't know. I don't know. Uh, cool. This is bad, man. 34 rating. Colby says seeing Ron hurt after being cheated, but not standing for it. It's made him think about how he's been beating man after man, only to lose the world champion, and the world champion, cheated to win. He wasn't put in a match for a shot at the national title. Metalik is not here tonight, but there is a champion in the building. He wants Ricky Knight Jr. Ricky comes out and says, "Okay, next week," and this is for the Alliance title because I think I'm going to put it on Colby Carino now. Ricky Knight Jr. doesn't have enough popularity to keep getting booked, so maybe he keep wrestling on NWA, increase his popularity. He can go to other places. But Colby Carino would definitely get booked in other places. But this segment rating, 34, is really bad. And I'm concerned about it. This is fantastic. Right? Kumi Rojo and Venny defeat Konami and Jessica Troy. Venny pins Jessica Troy with a springboard crossbody. Jessica Troy is the weakest link, even though he's benefiting from amazing form. She only managed a 45. Venny got a 65. Rojo got a 70. Konami got a 57. We've ended the Iroha and Konami beef, and Iroha is putting in great matches. She's not as popular, so maybe a title is not the way to go for her until she keeps beating people and building her popularity, which is what we're going to do with her. And a 70 rating is really going to push us up. I can't see how we're not at a 35 in the Southeast after this. Cannot see it. Uh, Both fresh off their wins at Redemption, Cedric and Shelton reunite. They're happy to see each other and say there's plenty of business to discuss. 60 rated segment. Cedric and Shelton have a lot of experience as a tag team, and that could be a potential avenue that we go down. These guys eventually going for a tag belts or something like that. But yeah, this is good. 60. I like this. And that's the end of the show. And I'm gonna see what rating we get. Okay. 3, 2, 1. 65. Oh man. The Colby Carino thing dragged it down, man. No popularity changes. 65. This means it's our worst rated show in a while. But we're still close. So maybe the next power. But Jonathan Gresham pulled out a 68, a 70, sorry, performance in the ring. Konosuke Takeshita pulled out a 68. Iroha pulled out a 68. Like, only lost 9 grand. So that's a shame, that is. We finished first out of 5 in the Southeast Regional Battle this month. Because of this, attendances for NWA shows in this region will be boosted by 5% for the next month. So I guess that's the benefit then, yeah? That's the benefit. 37,000, just over 37,000 viewers. That is mental. And that's close to the Redemption pay-per-view. We've got 40,000. So, okay. 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 That's cool. That's cool. And that's it. Let's put and let's do NWA Power. So the first pre-show match, AJ Gray's his debut, 41. He's the one that actually has the deal with a NWA. So it's decent to see him. 41. I mean, it's okay rating, but we'll see. He defeated Buku Dao with a diving splash. Alex Zane, okay, he's proving himself now. He beat Big Cron, 51 rating performance, 630 cent only one with segment rating 44. So I kind of trust him a little bit now going forward. Brooklyn Barlow versus Janai Kai. Janai Kai, this is her highest rating, in-ring rating, 42. Brooklyn Barlow an 11. But Janai Kai, this is her highest rating, and to draw that with someone who is an 11 uh, with 7 minutes is excellent work. Carl Fredericks versus Junior Benito. Carl Fredericks beat Junior Benito. Junior Benito, that's his second match with us, his highest rating, 40. Okay, cool. I'm happy. I think that's the last one before we start the show, right? No. Ichiban versus Sean Legacy. Ichiban defeats Sean Legacy with a leaping flatliner. Ichiban 47, Sean Legacy 42. So, cool. And then we get onto the main show. No, we got. I thought it was the main show. But Kylie Page, 30, Aria Blake, 19. And this is actually Kylie's highest rating that she's had with us in ring. After our last match, I didn't want to put on TV again because she's 29. And we cannot afford to have on our TV show people wrestling like 30s and 20s and things like that. So Danhausen and Ron Killings, Ron Housen, 80 segment rating. This is last week we got 64, maybe because Colby Carino was involved. But the weeks before that, we was getting like 76s and 71s. But we're back to the 80. So, and 300 people, bam, listen, we are 100%, sold out. Yeah, we are definitely sold out. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. NWA Power definitely sold out. Sweet. So this is us. 80 rated segment. Ronhausen's. Let's go into the next one. Okay. 54. Not too bad. Ace and Maurice mock Ron Killings for losing at Redemption. They mock the fact that he's cut up about losing. And I didn't even include it. And Ace says a win is a win. Ace offers to give this washed up goofball another shot, providing Danhausen can beat him tonight. And the crowd is white hot. Okay. So we're happy with this. We're real happy with this. So we got an exceptional match. Metalik defeated Breeze by pinfall with a corkscrew somersault after Melina interfered. Okay. 61 rating. Breeze got a 49. Metalik got a 59. Um, so this is going to be now, since Melina interfered, we're probably going to revisit this kind of match. I mean, on a pay per view, this will probably score higher than 61. So I'm happy. In a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, Violence is Forever defeated the Coffee Brothers, the Foundation and AOP, when Kevin Koo pinned Rezar with a Dr. Bomb backbreaker. Segment rating 51. Good ratings overall, Akam was the worst one, but decent ratings. Fred Yehi was top. Michael Oku was top. Joe Coffey got a 57. And yeah, I think this is a decent tag division, if I'm being honest. So I'm happy with a 51 rating. Let's move on to the next one. Kenzie previously told Rhonda to clean up her mess before she brings herself to Kenzie. Rhonda and Masha put away the bunny and Max redemption. Now nothing stands in her way. So Rhea cuts a promo talking about how Rhonda is using wrestling just for a payday. She can't go back to the UFC in case she gets kicked in the head, making her run through the airport again with a towel over her face. Rhonda ignores all the shenanigans and says, Kenzie, your card is marked and our match is happening. And that's a 61 rating. Yeah, so we done well on that. Um, oh my word, I forgot. So okay. Technical masterclass should always be at the start of the show, and I completely forgot that I made it a technical masterclass, and it's misplaced, and I've been penalised for it. Segment rating still a 59, but it is what it is. I mean, that's a bad mistake from me, but it's okay. We'll push on. The Syndicate attack Jonathan Gresham until the lights cut out. Once they're back on, Chris Brooks is standing in the ring and lays out the Syndicate. He lifts up Gresham, hugs him, and raises his arm. Chris Brooks is now in the NWA. And the crowd are hot and rising. Um, Initial rating are great for Chris Brooks's gimmick. Segment rating 60. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Ricky Knight Jr. versus Colby Carino. Ricky Knight Jr. defeats Colby Carino by pinfall with a Yakuza kick following interference from Soraya. Ricky Knight Jr. scored a 58 and Colby scored a 51. And it's good that maybe I kept the title on Ricky Knight, but we're bringing it to TV, making it feel important. 56 rating, and Colby Carino needs to up his game, man. God dang. And this match, I mean, I wasn't expecting to see that well. I weren't sure how Ace would perform. Ace Austin got a 57. Danhausen got a 55. Danhausen seemed off his game. The match did its job. It gave the crowd a breather, the simmering down. Wrestling rating 56. Crowd rating 45 because the storyline's there. Segment rating 59. Ace Austin defeated Danhausen with an ace high. Venny versus Rachel Ellering was the last match. That was a post-show match, and the crowd was fading 40 rated. Ace Blanc and Caleb Coloni. He defeated Ace Blanc. Oh my word! I should have put it in place that Ace Blanc wins. He's the one that's on my roster. But anyway, 33. So it's time to see if this stuff, yeah, had any bearing on the overall show rating. It's time to see. 67. I love it. 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 So, okay. So we're at 18 popularity. Now we've got increased our popularity in all regions, in 18 regions, 67. And had a wide selection of angles. So we're back to where we was. Where are we going to be with this? Is this going to bring us up to small size? Financial report, 12 grand loss. It's minor. It's minor. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that. Popularity. Let's go. Whoa, we're 35, baby. We're 35. We are 35. Yes, we are there. We finally achieved it. Finally achieved it. We're 35. Also in the States that we need to get up to a 59 if we want to go to the next level. We finally got there. We finally got there. Man, oh man, oh man. I'm happy about that. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it was a solid episode. You know, it was established next month stories. I mean, Ron Killings, Danhausen, you already know it's gold. Ace Austin storyline continuing. Shelton and Cedric continuing. But them versus Brooks and Gresham is going to be top tier. Chris Brooks didn't wrestle, didn't lose, didn't talk, just appeared. You know, it makes him feel important. And yeah, man, this is top, man. This is top. This is top. Where we at? Where we at, baby? Where we at? Power report. Thank you, man. Thank you. What we got? 36, over 36,500 viewers. Sold out 300. NWA with expansion in mind. The popular promotion have recently grown into an even greater proportions, and it is heavily rumored that they are about to splash out and bring in some brand new talent to consolidate their position. There are also reports that they have several new target markets. I'm happy. I'm happy. Can we do exclusive contracts now, though? Let's just have a little peek. Let's have a little butchers. We can offer exclusive writtens. He wants 1,000 a show. What's he currently on? He's currently on like 200 and something. So I'm just 260 a show he's currently on. But let's see if we can offer that exclusive written. Let's see if we can offer 2 years. Let's see if we can get him down to 20. Yeah, we can do exclusive writtens now. So I'm gonna have fun with that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this and do the next power. And it's now we're at the stage where we can get people like, you know, we can get security. We can get security. So I'm happy. I'm even going to be going to the broadcasters and all that stuff and see who wants it, who wants it, who wants a bit of us. Okay, nothing, nobody wants us. That's fine. We're stuck with the same broadcasters. But as we go up, yeah, we'll get those coming in. So yeah, man, that was it, man. That was the stream. We done 2 powers. I think we got 2 more powers, and then Samhain, a pay-per-view. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you when I see you. See you later, baby. Bye.
He's a learner, but he talking like he packs the burner in the field, wants to shoot. Thinks he's Lasse Schörner, but he ain't getting far. 4-5 G19, I have him in between sticks like Edwin van der Sar. Send his soul to Zanzibar, had the paramedics wrapping up his head like he'd up Panasar. You acting up, cause when I snatch on gloves, you know someone done pushed their luck. Wetting up the truck, no chance to put your windows up.